phase changes also. Okay, so the same thing is written here. See the keywords definition. This is page number 4 from your new edition book. Okay, there are, when we talk about phase changes or state changes, then there are two things which students sometimes confuse: proper process and temperature. Processes and temperatures. Okay, so the process is melting. The phase change process is melting. So melting is a process by which solid changes into liquid. Okay, and its temperature is not. Okay,
Mute your mic.
Teacher, we can't hear you.
Ma'am, are you saying something? Because we can't hear you.
Yep. I think she is because she's writing at least.
Oh, she left.
Oh my God.
Eight A, ladies, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, teacher, now we can
Yes.
hear you.
Yes.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, I'm sharing the screen again. I'm so sorry for the internet connection, but it is not my fault.
It's
It's
Problem,
okay.
teacher.
it's the school's fault, teacher.
Yeah. You can say that.
Horrible internet.
Okay, I'm sharing the screen now.
Yes.
Yes, teacher, we can see the screen.
Okay. So melting and boiling point, I was discussing. Yeah, I was telling you that the temperatures will remain the same. Okay, of the opposite changes which are happening between the two same states, their temperature will remain the same. So liquid to gas and gas to liquid is the same temperature for water. This is for water. Okay. Similarly, solid to liquid and liquid to solid. This temperature will also be the same. So melting point 0 degree Celsius and freezing point will also be 0 degree Celsius. But it depends, it differs in the temperature whether we are increasing it or decreasing it. Okay. So when we increase the temperature, then solid to liquid is considered as melting point. Solid will melt at 0. And if we are decreasing the temperature, so liquid will freeze at 0. Okay. So same temperature. Remember this thing. In freezer, like in freezer, there is minus temperature, na? You put like you have water at 25 degrees Celsius at normal room temperature. So when you put in the freezer, so freezer has low temperature, so it continuously decreases the temperature from 25. So from 25 to 20, 10, 0. So when it reaches at 0, it starts to freeze. Okay, and when it freezes, then if we further decrease the temperature, it will still remain solid. Okay, so inside the freezer there is minus temperature, -4, -10, like this. You can maintain it also. Okay. Next is the sublimation. Okay, sublimation definition and its explanation is written here. For the sublimation, you told me yesterday that it is direct changing of solid into gas and gaseous into solid. Okay, and the examples also we discussed. Can you tell me some of the examples? Dry ice, carbon dioxide, yes, iodine,
And also water comes
Diamond.
to ice with
yes, into
freeze.
dry ice. and diamond. Okay, so these are the examples of sublimation. So actually in sublimation, it seems like there is no liquid stage. Okay,
But there is one for a very short period of time.
yeah, but there is a liquid stage, but for very short span of time. Okay, so this thing is written over here with the help of examples. Okay, then evaporation, boiling, and condensation. You should know the difference between evaporation and boiling. So do you know?
In a,
No, teacher. What are the difference between
Hmm.
evaporation and
Without
boiling?
Evaporation can happen at any temperature at any time. Good, and boiling will happen at its specific boiling point. Okay, so number one,
Okay.
that evaporation can happen at any temperature below boiling point. Okay, so it can happen at room temperature also, and it can happen at any temperature below its boiling point. Okay, like it happens in seas and oceans and lakes, the water evaporates from the surface. Okay, and for boiling point, it happens at a specific boiling point. Okay, that's a specific temperature for everything to boil. And the second point is that it happens from the surface of the liquid. Evaporation, it happens from the surface. Okay, like in lakes and rivers, for example, this is a lake. Okay, so the particles which are present at the top of the lake, okay, at the top layer, this top layer will remove first. It will turn into vapors. Then the next layer, the inner layer, will get exposed. It comes at the top. Okay, then the top layer will move, or it will turn into vapors. Then the inner layer will get exposed. It comes at the top. Okay, so it is done layer by layer. This is evaporation. So evaporation happens from the surface first. Okay, and then the inner layer. But boiling occurs from inside. The whole temperature of the liquid changes, or you can say the temperature of whole liquid. Temperature of whole liquid changes. Bubble starts forming inside the liquid. Okay, over here in evaporation, bubbles will not form from inside the liquid. Only from outside they will escape. Okay, from the top layer. But in boiling, in case for boiling, when we are boiling any liquid, so bubbles starts forming inside the liquid. Then these bubbles, they travel, they come at the top, and then when they pop, they turn into gas or vapors. Okay, so these gaseous bubbles will start forming inside the liquid. So this is another difference between evaporation and boiling. Okay, so you should know this thing. Okay, boiling can happen at fixed temperature and evaporation can happen at any temperature. The definition is written. What is the opposite of evaporation?
condensation.
Condensation.
Condensation. An example?
Like when the clouds are
Um,
formed,
when the clouds
evaporated
are
water
formed.
condenses and forms into clouds.
Like steam.
And when you keep a lid on the boiling water, there's some water droplets
Yeah,
formed on
it
the lid.
faces the cold temperature and turns into cloud, water droplets. Okay, that's condensation. Good. Okay, and I give you the example when warm gas touches the cold window in winter, so the water droplet starts to form, and it seems like it's a fog. It looks like a fog. Okay, that's another example of condensation. And in washrooms also, like after bath, you can see the tiny droplets. Okay, so it also forms on the surface. Okay. Boiling and boiling point, the same thing, same point. Okay, now the word volatile and volatility. We discussed it yesterday. Hmm? Easy to evaporate. Okay, volatile. Yes, girls? Online girls, what does volatile means?
Easy to
Volatile means that easily evaporate. Easy to evaporate.
Volatile means any substance which is easy to vaporize or which is easy to evaporate.
And volatility means the ability to evaporate.
Ability to evaporate. Very good. Like for example, alcohol, perfume. Okay, I told you about nail polish remover also. So all these things, they evaporate very easily at any temperature, okay, below their boiling point. So that is why we are using the word evaporate, not boil. Okay, so they are easy to evaporate. So it can happen at any temperature, at room temperature also. And volatility is the ability. Okay, ability of a substance to evaporate. Okay, next paragraph is about condensation. The reverse of evaporation is condensation. This is usually brought about by cooling. Okay, like I told you that when we decrease the temperature, then gas will turn into liquid. Okay, and all the examples. Now this first diagram, this diagram A, is representing boiling. Okay, you can see in the kettle when when it is warmed, when we heat it, then the bubbles start forming from inside the liquid. Okay, and the bubbles, when they pop, then they turn into gas. Okay, these bubbles are actually gaseous bubbles. Okay, the liquid, the whole temperature of the liquid changes, and they some of the particles, like one by one, they start turning into gas. Okay, and they form a bubble. So when these bubbles come at the top, they pop and they turn into, and they go outside. Okay, and this diagram B, first it is representing evaporation, because it is closed from the top. Okay, so the top layer is going out from this small opening. Okay, so this is evaporation, plus it is condensation also, because when these particles, they come outside, when they face the outside cold temperature. Okay, outside cold temperature means outside temperature is cold as compared to the inner temperature of the kettle. Okay, inside the kettle there is hot temperature, it's really hot. Okay, but outside the kettle there is comparatively low temperature. Okay, so when these vapors come out, they face the low temperature, and some of the particles start turning into droplets again, and you can see the kettle like bubbles outside the water, some of the water droplets outside the kettle. Okay, have you observed this? The water droplets outside the kettle.
Yeah.
Of the lid of the kettle, yeah, from the lid or the nozzle. Okay, on outside the kettle. So this is because of these, some of the vapors, they escape, okay, into the atmosphere, and some vapors, they turn into droplets again. Okay, then these definitions, okay, you don't have to learn these definitions word by word, this is just for your understanding. Okay, so read them, understand, and then you can write in your own words. Okay, no compulsion for you. Just your concept should be clear. Then we have this important word here, atmospheric pressure or standard pressure. So what is it? Atmospheric pressure or standard pressure? Any idea?
I don't.
Say it loudly. Air pressure. Yeah. Standard pressure. No, this is number 6. This is normal pressure. Okay, like normal room temperature. Similarly, there is normal room pressure also. Okay. Sometimes, like when you solve any problem, or when any problem is solved in the book, sometimes you will see that a value is written when you solve a numerical, or when you do any experiment, or you get a data list of something. Melting and boiling points are written, something is written. So you will get a number, okay, and STP is written with it. Okay, in some of the data sheets, okay, STP is written. So STP means standard temperature and pressure. Okay, like in your exams, you will get the sheet in the end where there is periodic table. Okay, and like in IGCSE exams, final exams, you will get the data sheet also, where different temperatures and different pressures are written. Okay, so in that sheet also STP is written at the end. Okay, so STP means standard temperature and pressure. Okay, but what does it mean actually? Standard means normal. Okay, so normal temperature, so means these values, they are at normal temperature and pressure. Okay, normal temperature. So normal temperature, we all know, is 25. Okay, and normal pressure is 1 atm. Do you know that atm is the unit of pressure? Did you study this? No, not in
I
physics.
think in geography maybe.
In geography, maybe. ATM is the unit of pressure. It's the unit of pressure. Okay, and ATM, the full form of ATM is atmospheric pressure, which is written here. okay, in the book. This atmospheric pressure, it is the unit of pressure, okay, and the normal room pressure is 1 atm. Its value is 1. Okay, this thing is written here. Okay, and nothing else is important. Yeah, okay, now the next topic, purity of substance. Okay, this topic is also very easy. Pure substances in scientifically, okay, like in scientific point of view, pure substances are those substances which contain only one type of particle, same type of particle. Like if we are saying that it is a pure water container containing pure water, so it means that it contains all the particles of H2O. There is no other foreign particle, no other chemical or no other compound is present. Only water molecules are present. Okay. Even if there is any one particle of NaCl, like if I sprinkle salt in water, so it becomes impure. Okay. So like for example, from the markets you buy pure water bottle. Okay, the branded water bottle, they are considered as pure. They say that it is a pure water because it has lots of salts and minerals which are healthy for you. Okay, but from scientific point of view, it's impure. Okay, because it has salts and minerals in it. Understood?
Okay.
So pure substance, see the definition. A single chemical element or a compound. Okay, single chemical element means same type. Okay, only one type of element or one type of particles or one type of compound is present. It melts and boils at definite precise temperature. Okay, definite precise means exact, fixed. Good. Okay, precise means fixed. So every pure substance, it melts and boils or freezes or condenses at a fixed temperature. Okay, so if a pure water melts at 0 degrees Celsius, then it will melt at 0 degrees Celsius. If for example, if it is melting at -1 or -2, so it means it's impure. Some type of impurity is present. That's why it is melting earlier than its actual melting point. Okay, and the pure water boiling point is 100. So pure water will boil at 100. So the tap waters which are in our home, okay, the tap waters or the sea water, it contains impurity because it has salt in it. Okay, so it will not boil at exact 100. It will boil at 101 or 102 degrees Celsius. Okay, it will increase in its boiling point. In some, the boiling point, its boiling point or melting point will change because of that impurity. Okay, and how much it will change, it depends upon the quantity of impurity. Okay, then how much other substance is present, other foreign substance is present in it. So this table is only for the reference, so you don't have to learn the values. Okay, no need to learn the values,
Okay.
all of them, because if any question comes regarding this, related to this, so values will be given to you. Okay, so don't get confused. Don't they just told you that these are pure substances and they have exact melting and boiling points. Okay, so pure oxygen melts at this temperature and boils at -183. Okay, nitrogen, pure alcohol, pure water, pure sulfur, everything. Okay, and for the carbon dioxide, this last line is for the carbon dioxide, that it sublimes at atmospheric pressure. Okay, it shows sublimation at normal pressure at 1 atm. The pure substance consists of only one substance without any contaminating impurities. So here the contaminating impurities are not dust particles. Okay, here the contaminated impurities are any other compound. Okay, other than that substance, any other compound or any other molecule. A pure substance melts its exact point. Okay, if the impurity is present, then mostly we tell the range because we are not sure about the melting and boiling point. Okay, so if for example, if it is impure water, like in our taps, impure water, so its melting point, we will tell the melting point in range, that it melts between -3 to -1. Somewhere here it will melt. We will tell the range if it is impure. Okay, its melting point or boiling point or freezing point, all the temperatures, they come in range. But if it is pure, then we will tell its exact melting point, only one digit. not one digit, one number. Okay. And for impure, we'll tell the range because we are not sure at which temperature it will melt. Okay. Yes. Now the effect of impurities. Okay. This is again on the same page. Effect of impurities means if any substance impurity is present, that what will happen to its melting point and boiling point. Okay. If impurity is present, then melting point and boiling point. What will happen? Effect on melting point. So, very good. It will decrease. So the melting point will decrease and its boiling point will increase. Very good. Okay. Now melting point in melting is from solid to liquid. Okay. So liquid to solid will be the same effect. This effect will be the same. Okay. Like for the temperatures I told you. Okay. In the opposite direction, if they are occurring between the same states, okay, same state solid to solid and liquid, but in opposite direction, then the effect will be the same. The temperature is also same and the effect is also the same. Okay. So if the melting point is decreasing, then its freezing point will also decrease. Okay, if the impurity is present. And for boiling, liquid to gas and gas to liquid, both of them will increase. Its boiling point and condensation point, both of them will increase as compared to the original one. Okay, so if the water boils at 100, then impure water will boil at, like I told you, 101 or 102. It will increase from the original.
Is there one question?
Yeah.
So the water we drink, that's not its official boiling point. It's
Yeah,
impure.
scientifically, yes.
Oh, okay.
It's not pure. Okay, distilled water is pure. Have you heard about distilled water, which we use in laboratory labs? The distilled water is pure water. Okay, so that is why we use distilled water for our experiments, so that there will be no impurity present. Yeah. But it will only contain water, no minerals, no salts, no anything. But we can drink because it's water. Okay. This is the effect of impurities. Okay, and it's really important. Okay, there are like some MCQs in past papers, they come in on this topic, that what happened to melting and boiling point, freezing point, if there are impurities. Okay, see in the second paragraph is written, impurities often affect the value of the melting and boiling point of a substance. An impure substance sometimes melts or boils over a range of temperatures. Okay, not at the precise point. So that I told you that it's not fixed. So we will tell the range of this. So in MCQs, there are many MCQs like this, that if they have given you the values, like what is the boiling point of pure water. Okay, so they will tell you the range. Condensation point increase. Yeah. Okay, 98 and 100. Okay, so what is the boiling point of pure water?
D, 100 degrees.
G. Okay, although 100 is also coming in between A and B. Okay, but it's impure. Okay, and if they ask you for the reason, then tell that they are, because they are ranges, and the range is for the impure substance. Okay, that's why they are A and B are incorrect.
Miss, they will only ask for water, not for any other.
No, not for any other, because you don't have to learn. Okay, and it will not come. Okay, in IGCSE you don't learn these values.
At point is the water pure?
At this point, water boils. Is your question? Okay. Can you hear me, girls?
Yes, we can.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we can.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, now on page number 7, there are question answers. Now listen carefully. These questions which are present in the middle of the chapter, okay, I will discuss these questions with you and I will send you the answer key also, okay, on OneNote. So over the weekend, like on the weekend, I will make a section in content library of chemistry and I will post all of these lectures which I'm giving to you, okay, all these slides and whatever I'm writing, I will post it, okay, and the answer key of these questions also which are in the middle of the chapter, okay, and you don't have to do them in copy, no need to do them, okay. So we will discuss. You can write the answer on the sticky note or rough copy if you want for your understanding, okay. I'll send you the answer key for this, but you will do the end of chapter questions in copy, okay, the questions which are present at the end of the chapter, so you will
So
do
this
them.
we can even do on the book like on a sticky note.
Yeah, you can do, okay. So these questions inshallah we will discuss in the next class, okay. Tomorrow there are 4 questions and yeah, you can go, the time is up.
I love this
Allah
teacher.
Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Okay, yeah.
Teacher.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Bye.